Hello everyone and welcome back to the Gaming Panda. Today we are playing some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, and today I've got a brand new deck for you guys. We're running Hazy. Now Hazy is a very low tier deck. I'm not gonna lie, it's not the best. It's just one of those decks that you can make if you're trying to get a certain card from a certain box. You're gonna end up with a lot of extra cards, right? So this is one of those decks that you can make using those extra cards. So Hazy is all level 6 monsters, so that means that it requires a way to special summon them. Now the best way to do that is to use Hazy Pillar and Hazy Glory. So I used to have 2 Glories and 2 Pillars, but then I realized that I was getting a lot of those and there was no need to have that many, because that's 5 different ways to normal summon Hazy monsters without any tributes. So you can either run 3 Hazys and then get rid of these 2 draining shields and run 2 Hazy Glories, so that way you have 5. I personally prefer this, but if you seem to be having a different outcome where you're getting a lot of these cards and not enough monsters or not enough defensive trap cards or spell cards or something like that, then go ahead and switch those out. But let's go ahead and get into what actually is in this deck. So we got 3 Hazy Flame Griffins, 3 Hazy Flame Peritons, we got 2 Hazy Flame Hippogriffs, and 2 Hazy Flame Hydras. For our spell cards, we're running 2 MSTs and 3 Hazy Pillars, 1 Mirror Force, 2 Wall of Disruptions, and 2 Hazy Glories. And then for our extra deck, I'm just running all our level 6 Xyz monsters. So number 25 Force Focus and Photon Strike Balancer. And the one Hazy Xyz monster is Hazy Flame Basilitric. So this monster really depends on how many Xyz materials that it has. So you really want to have 5 Xyz materials, and that's where Hazy Pillar comes into play, because once per turn you can attach one of these Hazy monsters from your hand as an Xyz material to Basilitrix, right? So you can go ahead and do that, gain some more effects. So you gain 200 per Xyz material attached, and then that's if you have 3 or more. If you have 4 or more, then this card can't be targeted by card effects, and then if you have 5 or more, it can't be destroyed. So that basically prevents it from leaving the field. There are a few cards obviously that are going to be able to get it off the field, such as non-targeting cards that send it to your deck again, your hand again, or that straight up banish it. So those are the only cards that can really affect it. Monster effects won't affect it. Regular spell and trap cards that target can affect it. So we're all good there. The main thing is getting 2 Hazy monsters out there, so that way you can get this card out there. You can get Basilitrix out, and then continuously adding more and more Xyz materials using Pillar's effect. I am running this with Taya Gardner for no specific reason. I'm just using Holy Guard because I can, and you can use whoever you want, whatever ability you want, no specifics there. But let's go ahead and get ourselves right into a duel. Alright, so we found ourselves an opponent here. We got Ronnie, bronze rank 1 from Albania, running a Yami Yugi. Okay, so there's a lot we could be seeing with a Yami Yugi, nothing specific anymore. We are going first, which isn't the best, but personally I like going second most of the time, but going first can be nice. Really bad starting hand here because we can't summon any of our Hazy monsters, right? So we're going to be losing life points for sure. This is one of the biggest issues with this deck, is that there's no searching capabilities to search for Pillar or Holy Guard. So there's a lot of times where you're going to straight up just brick, and then there's going to be a big issue there. So hopefully we can get Hazy Pillar this time around. We do. So there we go. We got something going on. So we want to activate Hazy Pillar. We're going to go ahead and activate Periton's ability by normal summoning it. Statue of Anguish. Okay. That shouldn't be that big of a deal. We should be fine still, because we're going to be able to summon Basilitrix with 3 monsters. So let's go ahead and normal summon Periton using the effect of Pillar. So we can go ahead and do that. Activate effect. We're going to send Hippogriff to the graveyard along with Periton to special summon a Griffin. And then we can do a Hydra as well. That way we can go ahead and immediately summon Basilitrix with 3 Xyz materials. So we can go ahead and activate that. use Griffin and Hydra as our Xyz materials. And then because of Hydra's effect, we can activate it, and then we gain one more from our graveyard, so we can go ahead and use Periton, because why not? So now we have 3. Then we can go ahead and activate Hazy Pillar and add the Hydra from our hand as another Xyz material. So now we're sitting pretty here. Now if we need to, we can get rid of one material to banish a monster on the field or something like that. But right now, I think we straight up go ahead and attack Anguish and see what happens from there. So he's going to go ahead and start setting a pendulum scale with Dragon Pulse Magician, but only Dragon Pulse Magician for some reason. There is a benefit of summoning monsters besides just adding to Basilatris, so we're going to go ahead and summon Periton using the effect of Pillar, and then we're going to go ahead and try and get rid of his face down monsters. That way we can actually have a chance of attacking his life points. So it seems like he might be playing an Performapal / Odd Eyes deck, which isn't bad for us in any way, because I feel like we can handle that, especially with Basilatrix already having 4. Okay, so he completes the Pendulum Scale, but with 1 and 2. What? Why? Okay, so he just wasted his 2 spots there. His 2 spell and trap zones, which, okay, I guess. Unless you have a way of destroying one of those and then somehow resetting the scale with a better one. I don't know why you would do that. But okay, and then now it looks like he's having internet issues. What is this? Actually, I can see why he would put Oath Dragon Magician in the other one, just so that way he could destroy Basilatrix. But it turned out he lost connectivity, so there is that. But you guys saw it was fairly easy to get out Basilatrix. We got it to have 4 Xyz materials. We could have gotten 5. And even not having Hazy Pillar in our first turn, you guys could see that we still got our ace monster out there. We were able to deal some damage. And maybe let's do a second one, just so that way you guys can see the actual win. Maybe. You know what, guys? I decided against it. I was going to play a second duel, but I feel like you guys got the gist of it. You know, being able to summon your ace monster on your second turn, that's pretty good in my opinion. You guys got to see how the deck works. We got our ace monster out there fairly quickly, in fact. And if that duel did play out, I feel like he would have activated Dragon Pulse Magician's effect, getting Oath Dragon Magician in his graveyard, destroying our Basilatrix. And that's really why you want to have a second copy. The only reason why I don't is because in the box that it comes in, you can only get 1 copy per box reset. So I really didn't want to spend more gems and reset it, so that way I can start working on a better deck than this, right? This is just one of those decks that you make just for fun, see how it works out. It's nothing that's gonna get you far in PvP or anything like that. It's just a fun deck that you can do. It's one of those, you know, random cards that you see in your collection and you're like, oh, there's a lot of these cards, maybe I can make a cool deck out of it. And that's what this is. So if you guys really, for some reason, want to play Hazy, and you guys can see, maybe like figure out a better way to play it. Maybe you guys have an engine that you can run this with. I don't know if you can run Orcust engine with this. I haven't tried. To be fair, I don't really have all the Orcust cards either, so I don't know. But I don't think you can, because just the amount of cards that you would have to add that are Orcust to this deck to make it viable. I don't know. If you guys have a better version of this deck or see a flaw that I can fix, go ahead and let me know down in the comments below. Just keep in mind that this isn't like crazy deck. This isn't one of those, you know, super good decks. It's nothing like that. It's just a fun deck that you could play if you want. So I don't see a point in playing a second duel here, but let's go ahead and go over how to actually get these cards. So like I said, these all come from 1 or 2 boxes that I was trying to get some ultra rares from for a better deck. So you guys will kind of get a sneak peek here. So Hazy Flame Griffin, you guys are going to get from Rage of Volcano. Periton, you guys are going to get from Blades of Spirits or Rage of Volcano. Hippogriff, you guys are going to get from Dawn of Destiny or Rage of Volcano. So I'm guessing by now you guys know what box I was opening. Hydra, you guys are going to get from Rage of Volcano. MST, you guys know where to get. Anatomic Theory. Hazy Pillar, you guys can guess it. Rage of Volcano. Mirror Force, you guys know. Login bonus campaign reward. If you didn't get it back then, you probably won't have it. Wall of Disruption, you guys know. Servants of Kings. And Hazy Glory, you guys can probably guess. Rage of Volcano. And Blades of Spirits, apparently. For our extra deck, obviously you want Basilisks, so you guys can get it from Rage of Volcano. But if you guys want to run these specific Xyz monsters, I don't really recommend it. You guys can run whatever level 6 or rank 6 Xyz monsters that you guys have. But I happen to have number 25 Force Focus, which I got from Shining Hope, and Strike Bouncer, Photon Strike Bouncer from Photon of Galaxy. But that's going to do it for me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, and let me know down in the comments below if there's another one of these kind of cards where you just see a bunch of them in a certain box that you're opening, and you're like, maybe I could make a deck out of it, and you guys don't really want to put the effort in on yourself. Let me know down in the comments below, and I can show you guys how that works out, and maybe you guys actually might end up making that deck. But I'll see you guys next time. Peace.